Yo, welcome back in this Jeep. We got another video today, and listen, it's another reaction. And listen, this time, hopefully it ain't that controversial like the one I did a couple vids ago, because a whole bunch of people was getting me flack. And the thing is, I'm a man of, I don't give a damn. If you find anything I fucking do offensive, I don't care. Bro, click off. But outside of that, listen, let me end up giving y'all what today is. We are watching Tommy NFG, and his original video is going to be in the description below if you want to end up watching the vid. But before we end up getting into that, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, share the video, don't matter who. It could be the dang little man. And the last one, certainly not least, tell me your favorite part in the comments below, and let's get straight to it. So, about this video, the video is overrated place. And I can name a few, not a flute. I know for sure LA gotta be on there. Definitely LA. What else? You could kind of say Mexico. I don't know. Let's get into it. Is he?
According to statistics, at least 1.3 billion people have had a vacation since last year, going to all types of wonderful places around the world and experiencing things they never normally would. But I hate happiness, so we're gonna talk about how all these places are absolutely trash. And of course, disclaimer, just because I'm right and you're wrong doesn't mean it should take away from your experience, you know? And we're starting off with probably the holy grail of places being overrated: Los Angeles. Bro, I don't know if
I told you. Bro, I told you it was gonna be dang Los Angeles. Bro, do you know how many people that I've talked to or I'm cool with in some shape or form tell me that LA is not what it is? It makes it seem that it is, bro. Because number one, you gotta be worried about the taxes. You gotta be worried about the fact that it's like you're not gonna be able to do mostly anything because of the high income. And trust me, you thought the inflation on the food is bad? Try going over there, and I think he's gonna talk about it.
If it was just me, but when I was younger, LA and Hollywood was depicted like heaven on earth, like a place you wouldn't ever want to leave. I felt like as soon as I would touch down, I would be escorted in the city with red carpet rolled out for me. I would walk the streets and casually see Will Smith and Johnny Depp and have a nice conversation with them. And if you're on the West Coast or live in Cali, you're probably thinking why anyone would think LA is like this because you visited it multiple times from when you were younger to older. But coming from someone who lives about 30 minutes from, Baltimore, I mean, anything's better than that. As a kid, I thought it was gonna be an escape from nothing going on where I live. And that's what most people around the world still have imagined in their mind when they envision how visiting it would be like. I went there about 3 times in my lifetime, recently 4 months ago, and my view on it will never change. The first thing you notice off rip when walking in the LA streets is the putrid smell of the sidewalks. Like, I don't know how often they clean them. Who am I kidding? They definitely don't. But imagine walking miles right after smelling the community dumpster water. I genuinely think if you live there, you need to walk around with an oxygen tank just to not get poisoned. Honestly, I don't even understand how people still live in LA in 2024. Like, we all know how much it costs to live in California, but imagine the epicenter of it. You're paying 2 times the price of a state that's already 4 times too expensive. There is no other state where $100,000 a year salary is gonna still make you homeless. Which is why you'll see a solid 10 homeless people per store just wandering the streets. The average cost for a 1-bedroom apartment is $2,600.
I told you. Bro, if you add on everything that's like really wrong with it, taxes, the rent, probably the bills, there's no way you can sustain such a high income.
$91 there. I couldn't imagine getting paid 2 times what every other state pays than still being broke. The homeless people are better off living in the African safari than living in LA. At least they'll be able to hunt for their food or something. Honestly, I can understand why all the degenerate content creators and streamers come from LA, because they have to act like that to survive. If they're not clout chasing and collabing with the newest hottest person, then they're done for. Just as fast as LA swallows them, it's gonna spit them out. If they're $1 off in rent, they get sent to the inferno of LA. Skid Row. I just imagine walking down Skid Row's like when you start a Call of Duty zombies match. I'm finna be running around with Juggernaut and Double Tap just to make sure I survive. Like, how do you even live in LA knowing you can go from sunny, palmy downtown that's all fun and dreamy, then have a chance to drive down Skid Row and get lunged at by a local crackhead? And it's crazy to me that in California, it's the most taxed state ever, and there's still homeless people like that on the streets. Next, we got Times Square in New York City.
I knew, I had a feeling New York was gonna be on it. I had a feeling New York was gonna be on it. But I was like, is it? Is it not? I don't know. But then you start thinking about it, you're like, New York somewhat kind of is overrated. Like, it's only good. And listen, you could probably say this for about every little thing. Listen, me, I'm from Atlanta. So obviously somebody that's from Atlanta, I'm going to tell you exactly what kind of spots to go to, especially if you are new here, in certain spots not to go to. Cause listen, if I care about you, I'm going to make sure that you're safe. But New York, listen, if you don't have nobody that's from New York and trying to tell you about all the good spots, you are not gonna have a good time. And I'm telling you that right now, you're not gonna have a great time. It's gonna be the bad experience because you're like, where could I go? What? No. So hopefully, whenever you do go to NY, hopefully your friend puts you on. That's all I'm saying.
Put all of New York, but I never know when I gotta go there, and don't want to get some from the Bronx
but
match.
I haven't went there.
It's crazy how
yet,
these two places are the most visited in the U.S. from people around the world. Only for them to realize when you're in Times Square, you're getting squished like a sardine trying to move around. Like, I genuinely couldn't imagine you're a foreigner from another country. You do not speak English, and you have to try to
navigate Times Square.
You look at the left and see a bunch of goofy mascots fighting over who gets to take a pic with the tourists. You look at the right and see a homeless dude who crawled out the gutter. And I know for a fact they get to the Statue of Liberty only to realize that, damn, it really is just a green statue. I don't understand the people around the world that are foaming at the mouth just to see it. Like, Statue of Liberty ain't even top 10 monuments in my mind. Even when I was younger and saw it for the first time, I did not give a single Like, there's certain monuments I understand you being hyped about seeing. The pyramids, the Taj Mahal, the Colosseum. But the Statue of Liberty and Eiffel Tower have got to be the lowest on my list. And the craziest thing is that it wasn't even made in America. It was given by France in 1876. The people I feel bad for the most are the taxi drivers and Uber drivers that have to navigate the cities. I genuinely think if I tried to drive in Times Square, I'd have a heart attack right on the spot. I would block a dude by accident and he would smash my windows from slowing him down, getting his bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, there's no way you could even afford to live on that salary as an
Oh yeah, don't let me get started. New York is very, very aggressive for no reason. Why you're so angry? Why, like, bro, why you mad?
If LA is the epicenter of California's expensiveness, then Manhattan is its brother. I would burst to tears looking at my landlord as he says the rent is $4K a month to live in a box with a bucket as the toilet. But people will still choose and full sprint to live there just to try to live the dream life they used to see on TV. The next place we got is Japan. There's some neck-bearded Discord mod that probably broke his computer just at me mentioning Japan. Now, let's not tell all lies here, okay? Japan has a lot of amazing things going for it. For one, prostitution is legal there. Maybe that's why so many people want to visit Japan. It's all kind of making sense. And shit, I still haven't even visited it yet. It's definitely something I'm gonna do. But the glaze for Japan is so insane. Like, any little invention that comes out of the country is like the new iPhone to people. Japan could make water, produce it the same exact way America does it, and people are gonna glaze it just because it's Japanese water or something. I literally saw someone using a ketchup and mustard packet that makes a design on a hot dog, and people were going, wow, Japan really is living in 2050. Americans could never understand some high tech like this. Are you really that useless that you can't simply put some sauce on some food? Like, so many people will see all this new shiny tech and want to move to Japan so badly. Meanwhile, I genuinely think none of them would even survive a week there. Visiting Japan and enjoying all the commodities is one thing, but living there is a complete other.
I was just about to say that. It was in my mind, and I was waiting for him to say it. Living there gotta suck, especially with the fact that there's so many visitors.
I've heard so many stories of the Japan work life and how you're basically an office slave for life. If you think the 40-hour work week is a lot, then don't even try it. You're gonna have to double them numbers or nothing in Japan. Maybe even triple them. You might have to pull LeBron numbers. Workers are so exhausted there that people just pass out on the subway like it's a normal occurrence to see. They squeeze out exhausted there that people just triple them. You might have to pull LeBron numbers. Workers are so exhausted there that people just pass out on the subway like it's a normal occurrence to see. They squeeze out all the life force from them like a juicing machine, then print another one to keep it going. I guess it can't be no different than the 5 homeless men sleeping you'll see in a New York subway though. Japan actually requires its citizens to take a vacation every year. Maybe Japan actually is living in the future. Hey, Biden or Trump, whoever wins next, y'all better make this a law. I don't know why you would even want to work this much. Japanese people gotta have some type of brain chip that boosts your work ethic. And the government of your entire country is telling you to stop and take a free break every year and you don't want to do it. And for the ladies that want to live there so bad, just make sure to get the Barbie X Hello Kitty pepper spray ready. The amount of freaky dudes and creeps in Japan needs to be studied. Sure. Like, how did they all concentrate and gather in Japan?
Bro, the stuff I heard about Japan, Japanese people, especially the male population, oh my god, they're extremely, bro. When it comes to their schoolgirls, hey, they do not play. They do not play.
And it makes no sense. Now, obviously, it's not all the guys there, but it's way too much of a problem there. If you buy a phone in Japan, you literally can't turn off the photo shutter sound because there's so many creepy dudes taking pics of under girls' skirts. And they have an entire cart in their subways just for women. This is the exact type of dudes girls be talking about in the man versus bear argument. I honestly think it's all the lolly hentai the dudes be watching there. That can't be good for your brain. Also, Japan's population works so much that they don't even have time to be like, it's a well-known thing that Japan's population is declining at the highest degree. And when you're working 12-hour shifts every day, that kind of makes sense. Hey, listen, Japan. Make the call and I can help you solve this population problem. It don't sound too bad of a task. Next place we got is Paris. Paris, just like
okay,
LA,
I can understand Paris. Paris is low-key overrated.
Was depicted like heaven on earth to me. I thought as soon as I landed in France, the French president would lead me to my own custom motorcade. The most beautiful French woman would be serving me croissants and tea. But Paris in reality is just the New York City of Europe. You walk around and the streets are full of garbage bags hanging out from 2 weeks ago. Why do y'all think that Remy was out in Paris in the first place? Because it's a rat's paradise. You get all the free garbage you need. If I was a rat, I would be stupid to not be living in Paris. And a lot of people visit because they see all the cafes and think it's a dream to sip coffee while looking at the Eiffel Tower. And the cafes are cool and all, but America had to give Paris some good old freedom. Paris legit has fast food restaurants. Like, I thought it was all supposed to be classic French cuisine. There should be no reason there's a Popeyes in Paris. If you come from another country and have Popeyes in Paris, you're doing it all wrong is all I'm saying. You gotta come to good old America. I bet they don't even pour the whole bag of salt on their chicken. It needs to be
they probably don't even season their food, bro. Of me knowing that, bro, do they even season their chicken? How about the fried? Nah, I'm good.
Fried in the same oil that's been sitting there for the past 2 weeks. Also, crime in Paris is
we already know the population
massive,
of America.
You don't really hear about. For a city shown for its romance and loving, they target the fuck out of any tourist and try to scam them by any means. People make
who the heck? You know what? Hold on. Outside the video, who's eating extra large pieces? Better yet, whole. So let me say this, bro. So I think some of y'all know this. Burger King had a double something. No, I forgot. I overthink it was like McDonald's. It was either one of the two. They had something, and then they like, bro, who the heck is eating a double Big Mac? A Big Mac's already bad enough, but you wanted the double? Big back activity.
Whole guides on YouTube of how to avoid scams when you do visit Paris. I know my dumbass would definitely get tricked by one of these scams. There's this one specific scam where you go to buy a train ticket and someone will come up to you to help with an official metro uniform. Then when you buy the train ticket, it turns out it's a fake train ticket given by a fake employee and they just dip the out. What can you even do about that? No wonder people hate French people. And nowadays, Paris is known for having the worst bed bug infestation ever. Just know, if you visit now, you're gonna come back with some extra friends. Maybe some extra friends down there too. I'm gonna be honest, this infestation is like the least surprising thing I've ever heard of. When you leave out trash on the streets and forget about it, no it's gonna happen. Anyways, we're gonna end it right there. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Vid by Tommy. So, like I said earlier, if you love the video, don't forget to subscribe to Tommy NFG. He is a great content creator, especially phenomenal streamer. I'm not even trying to glaze, but check him out. This man really be having some W videos, and I'm gonna take the honor. I'm gonna like this video. But outside of that, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. And if you also agreed on like the list that he did about the most overrated places, then tell me your reason. And also, I would love to see if y'all visit these places, because I know like I see my analytics. Some people, not everybody that views my videos from the US. I see my stat. Not all of y'all's from the US. Some of y'all's from these places that he probably named, and that's okay. That is all right. We all equal over here. Outside of that, listen, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Like I said, don't really matter. It could be a little homie, it don't matter. Also, don't forget to tell me your favorite part in the comments below, well as what I said earlier, just a few minutes ago. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of here. Bye-bye.